Welcome back to Project Sketch. Now you're going to sketch in the style of Vincent van Gogh. This is my version, and we're going to start by getting reference photos of Vincent van Gogh's work. So start by going to Google and searching his most famous artwork, Starry Night. Okay, find one of his works. You should be able to tell if it's authentic. It's going to look like the one I chose, and save that to your photos. Then you're going to just search Van Gogh artwork and find a few more that you like. If you'll notice, he has like those lines that are kind of curved and everything looks very flowy. You can see almost every brush stroke. So that's the goal of our project. Alright, now you're going to go back to your original drawing. You are not actually working on your original. You should have created a duplicate. And if you have not created a duplicate, then you need to go back and create that. The directions on how to create a duplicate are in the last video. Okay, you're going to start by adding an image layer, and you're going to add your reference photos so you'll have something to look at while you're trying to draw your brush strokes. The last photo I'm adding is not by Vincent van Gogh, but I just wanted to see how someone else did it with a light bulb just to see how they played with light and used a background. Alright, I'm going to pick up my first color by holding down the color circle, dragging it over, and picking up one of the colors from the photo. I started with this flat brush just because I think it kind of mimics his brush strokes. Fill in, it's going to be completely trial and error, and it's going to take some time to figure it out. This part is crucial. Every time you change colors or change from the background to the foreground, you need to add a new draw layer. Now I'm picking up the second color I'm going to use, and I'm going to fill in those lines. And I'm just going to keep picking up colors that I see, and each time adding a new layer. In his photos, he uses a million variations of the same color, so that's what I'm going for here, and just trying to create brush strokes as I go. So sticking with yellow, but different shades of yellow. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and add a background. So I'm going to choose a darker blue. You got to scroll down to the bottom layer, which is background, and add a layer above it. Then when you hold down your finger, it's going to auto-fill that background for you. Now I'm going to double tap some of these image layers so I can see the background and know exactly what I want to do. Remember, to resize an image, you just tap that layer and then click transform. Then you can resize it or move it. Also remember, when you're using layers, if you want something to be in the background, you need to drag that layer below what you want to be in the foreground. Okay, now I'm switching brushes back to the tapered brush just to kind of give a different feel and make it look more like brush strokes. Okay, here I see that I've reached the maximum amount of layers. So I'm going to go back and delete all the photos I'm not using so that I can add more layers. If you completely run out of layers and you have nothing else to do, you can go back and draw on layers that you've already created, because sometimes that's the only option. Okay, when I look at this, I realize that the light bulb doesn't stand out enough. It just blends right in with the background. So I'm going to bold in the outline just to try to make it stand out a little. Okay, now I'm going in with white because I think the light bulb needs to be a little bit brighter. And finally, I'm just going in and making the bottom of the light bulb a little darker to make it stand out. Now it is time for you to save the image to your photos and upload it into Canvas.